Yesterday was day 6 of trying to be a happier person, and my spirits were actually pretty high. Mondays are usually chaos, and yesterday was no exception, but I stuck to my schedule. October is such a jam-packed month. Half the people in my house have birthdays, plus it's my wedding anniversary. As the keeper of the home, that leaves little to no time for me. But honestly, being busy, being away from my thoughts for a large portion of the day is kind of good for me. I'm sticking to my schedule, at least on the weekdays, forcing myself to have little moments that make me feel like me again. Brush my hair, put on eyeliner, maybe even moisturize my face for once. Literally, a few minutes isn't too much to give myself. I do so much for everyone else. I deserve that. Say it again, big head. I deserve that. Tomorrow we're going to the fair as a family. I'm actually looking forward to it. It's rare that it's just us, but when it is, it's perfect, peaceful, like a breath you didn't realize you'd been holding finally letting itself out. But I've also come to this realization, one that stings a bit. My stay-at-home mom era, it's coming to an end. It has to if I want to move forward from where I am now. Because right now, I'm living with my in-laws, paying more in bills than I ever have before, to maintain a lifestyle that isn't even my own. And I hate to say it, but I've become their servant. And no, I don't mean that lightly or disrespectfully. I mean it literally. I serve them, I pick up their plates, I clean the house, I cook the dinner, I make sure the day runs smoothly for everyone. It's expected. And the funniest, most tragic part, I pay them for it. Well, my husband pays them. We pay more to live here than we did in our own home. Our furniture, our pots, our home decor, all packed away, like our life's been put in storage too. And I keep asking myself, why did I shrink my voice down so small? Why did I whisper instead of say, this isn't what I want, this isn't what's best for us? That's today's topic, I guess. Minimizing myself, my biggest flaw, the one habit I need to break if I ever want to find the happiness I keep trying to chase. This morning I was at a stoplight. Early morning, rush hour. I was turning left and was the only car in my lane. And when all the other lights turned red and mine was the only green, I felt guilty. Guilty for having people wait for me. People rushing to get to work, to get their kids to school. And there I was, taking up 10 seconds of their time, just trying to get home. 10 seconds. And somehow, in my head, that was enough to make me feel like a burden. Why am I like this? Why am I okay with minimizing myself to the point where my very existence feels like an inconvenience? I've never been angry at someone else for doing something necessary, for living, for driving, for existing. So why do I believe everyone's angry at me? And sitting there in my car, I started thinking about the other times I minimized myself, like when I hear my baby crying while I'm in the bathroom. And I don't even afford myself a proper moment to finish, to wipe myself satisfactorily before running to him. And it's not because he's in danger, it's not because he desperately needs me. I live with 3 other adults who could hold him, comfort him for a few minutes, but I don't want to inconvenience them. I don't want them to judge that I am not there while he's crying. And here's the kicker. They don't expect me to be this way. No one asked me to do this. I conditioned myself to do this. But why? When did this start? I haven't always been like this. It's not just the bathroom. I don't buy myself things I need. My husband gets upset about it because I'll neglect myself so he has more disposable income. And he's never asked for that. It's the opposite, actually. On his days off, he wants to take me shopping. He wants to make sure I have what I need and want. But I disguise my feelings towards myself as minimalism. I don't have nice clothes, I have 2 pairs of shoes. And it's not too much of a don't have money for it kind of thing, it's a refusal to spend money on myself. A lot of mothers are this way, but I've been this way long before motherhood. I don't think I'm ugly. I don't think my body is unflattering. It's just a learned mannerism to put on clothes, to wear clothes, no thought, no joy. I scroll on Pinterest outfits I love. I have online shopping carts full of unfulfilled orders, but I can never justify it because, well, it's for me. But my daughter, people see her and compliment her hair, her outfits, her shoes, her accessories every single day. I pour that into her, but I don't let myself have the same. I can't even go to the doctor for myself. I've canceled post op appointments because I didn't want to inconvenience someone to watch my son for an hour. And the wild thing is, they don't think it's an inconvenience. But I do. I feel like a burden. I feel like they're lying to me about me not being a burden. Sometimes I listen to Glum by Hayley Williams. She sings about how she could implode and no one would notice. But for me, it's the opposite. I feel like people would notice. They'd notice the mess piling up. They'd notice the kids' lunches aren't as thoughtful as they once were. They'd notice when they're late for work because they're looking for socks. I've told myself, if I were gone, people would miss the things I do for them, not me. I've told myself that, and then I wonder if it's even true. I pour love into my family. They must feel some of it, right? They must love me beyond what I have to offer them. But still, the minimizing continues. Why do I feel like I don't deserve to have energy spent on me? Why do I feel like my time isn't worth as much as everyone else's? Why do I skip meals, skip self care, skip things that bring me joy? Why do I run from my own basic human needs like I'm not allowed to have them? When did I learn to scurry, to rush, to disappear into the cracks of my own life? And more importantly, when do I start relearning that I am worthy? Because I am, and I want to believe it. I want to feel it in my bones.